I think for us, like with the co-scientist, the key thing is the fact that the system is not like closed looped. The fact that it has access to these different kinds of tools means that in every round of self critique, it can bring in new information to the system that increases the entropy. When that happens, that prevents us the possibility of mode collapse and degenerate solutions from happening. So I think that is the key thing. The fact that the system can browse interesting parts of the world, take information out of it, and integrate that knowledge in an effective manner, I think that leads to more computation being spent like efficiently and effectively over here and helping. And it's not just web search, right? I think like increasingly we'll be able to get feedback from other kinds of like knowledge bases, specialized tools, AlphaFold. And so more as the quality or like the surface area of the hypotheses like increased, like the more different kinds of feedback we'll be able to plug into the system. And I expect that it wouldn't collapse, and there's likely that there's going to be more increasing value to spending more time on computation in this setup over here. But if you were to strip away that, then I think it comes down to the quality of published information in any given domain and also down to the complexity of the problem. If there's a problem where there's a clear unknown that is impossible to solve, then I think it's very likely that no amount of computation, reasoning, test time compute is going to be able to like get you that information if the system does not have the capacity to get that information. And on the other hand, there can be problems which are very trivial that it doesn't matter. So I think there's that sweet spot over here where that problem is like within limits, but it's also not trivially easy, where spending this computation helps. My hypothesis is a good chunk of problems that we as humanity care about today actually fall in that sweet spot, where we can spend a lot of computation in silico and get very useful, interesting ideas and answers, which is exciting. What do you think?
I mean, just a small thing to add is our system allows for humans to input ideas. One important thing to think about is we're comparing every combination of hypotheses. Like there is a lot of variability when you compare it to maybe other papers that are talking about self-critique in a more like we're just going to keep trying to improve the same idea. Like there's many directions where we're getting this variance.